Though a lot of our videos are going to have some very specific things that you can do to go out and get clients, this one is going to not be one of those. This is going to be what I'm going to call, for moving forward, a reminder video. Reminder videos and reminder podcasts, whatever, are going to be just short little reminders of things that you already know that are very, very important and crucial to being successful in sales and in life and in anything that you do, but that we often forget, or that we sometimes have to read 20 chapters to get to the point, or watch a 5-hour video to get to the point. So I'm going to get to the point. Your goal is too big. Your goal, I'm going to make up a goal. Your goal is to make $300,000 this year. And so every morning you wake up and you say, I got to make $300,000. That's great. First, you got to manifest it. You just got to keep on saying it and it's going to manifest, right? Not exactly. You're going to have to take some actions to make that goal happen. And the first action that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to turn it into an actual goal, because waking up every morning and saying, I need to make $300,000 or I want to make $300,000 is not a goal. It's just a wish. A goal has a plan. But more importantly, it has a plan that you can actually and will actually do. It is full of smaller, more accomplishable goals that are designed to get you to the ultimate goal of 300,000. And I'm going to use the example of exercise, because for me that is daunting and horrible, and I have a lot of trouble doing it, and I've struggled with my weight. And I just would wake up and I'd say, today I'm going to lose weight, today I'm going to eat better, today I'm going to exercise. And those were very vague and naive things to say and wish for and do, until one day I happened to be driving by Audubon Park, and I thought, that is a beautiful park. It's not that far from my house. I should walk there tomorrow morning. You know, my day, it gets bright early in the day. I'm going to walk there tomorrow morning. And it is about a little more than 2.5 miles from my house. And the next morning I woke up and I walked to Audubon Park. And then once I got to the park, I kind of walked around the park a little bit. I wanted to look at the ducks. I wanted to see the water. I wanted to take it all in, because I had walked all the way to the park. I had done this. I had accomplished it, and I would have never stayed on the treadmill that long. And then I thought, well, I can take the streetcar home, but I wasn't quite tired, so I just kept going. I didn't take the streetcar. I didn't take an Uber. Walked a few more blocks and still didn't take the streetcar. And the next thing you know, I had walked all the way back home. And again, I would not have sat on a treadmill for what ended up being about 7 or 8 miles that day. Wouldn't have done it, because again, I kind of walked around the park while I was there too. So, but in the process of walking to the park, which was my only goal that day, because I had said the day before, I think I could walk to the park. That was my goal. That is what I had set for myself. And once I did that, I felt so good about it that I thought, I can go a little further. This didn't kill me, because that's the other thing that's so important. I heard a speaker one time, and I'm going to say it was Lee Brown, and I'm going to give credit anytime that I remember where I hear it from. I'm going to give credit. So I heard Lee Brown say one time that we don't do, and I'm second guessing if it was Lee, but not important. We don't not do things for any other reason than we think we're going to die. Our fear is death. And I know that sounds absolutely stupid, but when we don't want to pick up the phone because we're scared they're going to say no, what happens if they say no? Are we going to die? We have these irrational fears, and those fears stop us from doing things. And so when we can do just one small thing, I didn't necessarily have a fear of being on the treadmill or a fear of going to the gym. It was like making that call you don't want to make. And so doing something that gave me that end goal, I made it to the park, I got to see the ducks, I got to kind of be outside. It really felt good. And then walking back felt so good. So I continued to do that. I continued to set those sorts of goals that had an end. And that's what you have to do to get to that 300,000 that you want. You need to set some smaller goals for yourself that have an end that you can accomplish, so that you can accomplish something every day. It is very important to accomplish something every day in order to keep the momentum going. It's sort of like the butterfly effect. So that is your reminder video for today. Your reminder video is that you are likely setting your goals too broad and too big. You need to make them smaller, more manageable, so that you can tackle them one at a time. It's like that meme that goes around where they have one guy that has a ladder and the steps are really close together, and they have another guy that has a ladder and they're both going in the same direction, but the steps are really far apart, and so he's got to jump to each step. Let's work smarter, not harder. There's no reason to jump to every step. We can walk. We can walk. So work smarter and not harder.